At the deepest point on Earth, where sunlight never reaches and pressure exceeds 1,000 atmospheres, a silent world persists. The Mariana Trench, a scar of the planet's crust that plunges nearly 11,000 meters beneath the Pacific, has long been a realm of myth and mystery. Yet in recent decades, daring explorers and relentless scientists have begun to peel back the darkness, revealing an ecosystem that thrives where most life would be crushed. This is the story of what lives at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. Understanding the trench begins with its geology. Formed by the subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the smaller Philippine Plate, the trench is a colossal fault line, its walls steep and jagged like the inside of a colossal canyon. Seismic surveys show layers of basaltic crust, sediment drifts, and occasional volcanic peaks that rise like islands from the abyss. These geological features create habitats, crevices, mud flats, and hydrothermal vents, that become the stage for extraordinary life forms. The physical challenges of the trench are staggering. At Challenger Deep, pressure reaches 1,086 bars, equivalent to the weight of a fully loaded cargo ship stacked atop a single square inch. Temperatures hover just above freezing, and the water is devoid of oxygen. Yet life does not merely endure, it adapts. Cellular membranes become reinforced with unique lipids, proteins evolve pressure-resistant folds, and metabolic pathways shift to harness the faint chemical energy that drifts through the water column. One of the first wonders discovered was the amphipod, a shrimp-like crustacean that clings to the trench walls. Species such as Hirondelia gigas have been collected from depths beyond 8,000 meters, displaying a translucent, gelatinous body that can withstand crushing forces. Their diet consists largely of marine snow, tiny particles of organic matter that slowly sink from the sunlit surface, demonstrating a reliance on the most tenuous of food sources. Beyond the humble amphipod, the trench hosts the enigmatic giant isopod, Bathynomus spp, resembling a prehistoric pill bug the size of a small dog. These scavengers patrol the abyssal floor, feeding on carrion that drifts down from the upper ocean. Their slow metabolism allows them to survive months without a meal, an adaptation perfectly suited to an environment where nourishment is a rare, precious gift. Perhaps the most iconic resident is the snailfish, a translucent, tadpole-shaped vertebrate that has set depth records for vertebrate life. In 2017, a specimen was captured at 8,178 meters, its body filled with a gelatinous matrix that prevents crushing. Its eyes, reduced to mere pinpricks, are adapted to detect bioluminescent cues, while its blood contains special proteins that function under extreme pressure, allowing circulation where most mammals would cease to exist. Bioluminescence, the ability to generate light, is a common survival tool in the darkness. Certain ctenophores, or comb jellies, emit faint blue glows that attract prey and confuse predators. These gelatinous organisms use rows of cilia that refract light, creating a shimmering display that is both a beacon and a shield in the perpetual night of the trench. Hydrothermal vents, though sparse in the trench, create pockets of chemical richness. At these vents, chemosynthetic bacteria convert hydrogen sulfide into energy, forming the base of a unique food web. Tube worms, mussels, and shrimp that depend on these bacteria have been found clinging to vent chimneys, illustrating that even in the deepest ocean, life can thrive on chemistry rather than sunlight. Microbial life in the trench is perhaps the most abundant yet least visible. Metagenomic analyses of sediment samples reveal a diversity of archaea and bacteria capable of metabolizing methane, ammonia, and even arsenic. These microbes play a crucial role in global biogeochemical cycles, sequestering carbon and influencing the chemistry of the entire oceanic system. The discovery of the Extremophile Halomonas species, thriving at pressures above 1,000 bars, has sparked interest beyond marine biology. Their enzymes remain functional under conditions that denature most proteins, offering potential applications in biotechnology, from high-pressure food processing to novel pharmaceuticals. The trench, therefore, is not only a biological frontier but also a reservoir of untapped molecular innovation. Human exploration of the trench has been a saga of engineering marvels. The 1960 bathyscaphe Trieste first descended to Challenger Deep, its thick steel hull a testament to ingenuity. Decades later, unmanned vehicles like Keiko and Nereus equipped with high-definition cameras and robotic arms have mapped the trench floor in unprecedented detail, capturing footage of creatures that were once only imagined. In 2020, the Limiting Factor expedition achieved the first repeat dive to the deepest point, collecting live specimens and pristine sediment cores. These samples have revealed new species and provided insight into the genetic adaptations that enable survival under extreme pressure. The expedition also highlighted the fragility of this environment. Even the smallest disturbance can alter the delicate balance of the trench ecosystem. The trench is not an isolated desert. Ocean currents transport organic material from the surface, while occasional landslides deliver massive amounts of nutrients in the form of detritus. These episodic events can trigger blooms of opportunistic species, creating brief windows of abundance that ripple through the food web. Understanding these dynamics is essential for predicting how climate change may impact deep-sea biodiversity. Yet, the Mariana Trench faces threats from human activity. Deep-sea mining proposals aim to harvest polymetallic nodules that litter the abyssal plains, potentially disrupting habitats that have existed for millennia. Plastic debris, carried by ocean gyres, has been found even at the trench's floor, a stark reminder that no corner of the planet remains untouched by our footprint. As we gaze into the abyss, the Mariana Trench challenges our assumptions about the limits of life. From pressure-resistant proteins to chemosynthetic ecosystems, the organisms that call this place home rewrite the rules of biology. Their existence expands our understanding of where life can arise, informing the search for extraterrestrial organisms in the crushing depths of icy moons like Europa and Enceladus. The story of the trench is still being written, each dive unveiling new species, new adaptations, new mysteries. As technology advances and curiosity endures, humanity will continue to descend into the darkness, not merely to observe, but to learn how life persists against the most formidable odds. In the silent pressure of the Mariana Trench, the pulse of Earth's resilience beats ever louder. Beneath the trench's basaltic walls, a hidden economy thrives. Chemosynthetic bacteria form the foundation of a food web that sustains amphipods, giant isopods, and the enigmatic snailfish. These organisms harvest energy from hydrogen sulfide and methane seeping from the Earth's mantle, converting inorganic compounds into organic matter with an efficiency that dwarfs sunlight-driven photosynthesis. The result is a self-sufficient ecosystem that functions without a single photon of light, reminding us that life can flourish wherever chemistry permits. Yet the Mariana Trench is not an isolated laboratory, its influence ripples through the global ocean. The trench acts as a sink for microplastics, heavy metals, and carbon, drawing particles from the surface through a process known as the biological pump. As these materials settle, they become entombed in the sediment, altering geochemical cycles and providing a record of humanity's impact that spans centuries. Understanding this deep-sea archive is crucial for gauging the health of the entire planet. Future missions will push the boundaries of what we can observe. Autonomous underwater gliders equipped with AI-driven sonar will map the trench in unprecedented resolution, while gene sequencing labs aboard submersibles will decode the DNA of organisms in real time. These technologies promise to reveal new species, novel biochemical pathways, and perhaps clues to how life might survive on other worlds with similar extreme pressures. As we peer deeper, the trench becomes not just a frontier of Earth, but a portal to the cosmos.